Hi friends, welcome back to my crafty desk, and we are crafting away today. My name is Sandra, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you're not new here, still welcome. I'm glad you're here. And I'm going to be working away on I'm still going to work away at prepping my idea book, which again, the cover's not done. I don't know what I want to do. And the more I keep playing with this, the more this isn't bothering me, but you know, there's always room for improvement or play or creativity or whatever we want to call it, right? So what I'm doing right now is I decided I want to put these thicker pages in there, the dividers. Yes, the dividers. I'm going to use them. So my idea at this moment is to use them to separate like types of ephemera, in a sense. After going through all the already made ephemera, I thought, oh my gosh, I could literally like pull book after book especially if I have 3 of these done. I can be, looking forever for a piece, and that could get a little overwhelming to me and frustrating, and I'm more likely to just say, forget it. So if depending on my mood on that day, because I just definitely ride on my moods of creativity. So what I was thinking anyways is that maybe I'll go ahead and use these dividers, and I can divide it up as like types of belly bands, and there's so many different types of pockets. I thought maybe we could I'll do something at this moment in time. I'm thinking like book page pockets, or cardstock pockets, or just different types, and kind of keep it categorized somewhat that way. I'm an over organizer, so I tend to do that. I don't know if you understand what I say when I say over organizer, or if you are one of those kind of people too. But I won't know until I do it, so I'm gonna just go for it. And I love the color yellow. I think it's very pleasing. It makes me happy. I have some of these sheets still left over from Stampin' Up! Paper pack that I bought. I'm not a fan of that color for whatever reason. I don't know, it's just too much, and I don't like it with the yellow, so I haven't really played with these papers that often, a couple times, but I love this. So I'm going to cover them. These divider cards are this color on this side with a little bit of Maggie. Oh. So, and then the this side is what I'm covering, and I'm going ahead and I'm covering it all the way across. So I've already done a couple of them. I've pulled out enough. I'm going to do 8 to start with, and then I covered it all the way. That's what I'm going to continue to do, and then I'll have this strip here so I can either put it in my scraps, or I can put it in this book to use as labels and things like that, of that nature. So I've got those ones glued, and I have 2 more to do. So thought I would bring you along with me for that. I also want to make tabs on them that come out, and I'm kind of thinking it's not as heavy as I want it, but I don't tend to use this. Oops, I don't think I would use that. It's too colorful, but this is not too colorful, but I love the gold. I love pink. But these papers I also bought from Stampin' Up! A while back, and it's not something that, I like the floral part, but I don't know when I'm ever going to use them. I've had them too long, so maybe they'll be the tabs and I'll just back them up. I was thinking about like punching a circle and then punching a smaller one with the scalloped edges, and then just doubling them up, so there's one, so it goes on the thing. Anyways, I can also put an eyelet in there and hang a dangle, but I think that's just going to get too messy. So kind of what I'm thinking. I also love polka dots, so there's that. Let me put those ones aside and get to cracking on this. So my paper is let me take my sweater off, and in a minute I'll probably put it back on, but for now it needs to come off. I think so. Mine has an image of butterflies, which I love, and flowers, which I love, and it's yellow and I love it, so it's a lot of love in this already. And so I want to make sure my pages are upright. I mean, they can go any which way, but I think it'll drive me bonkers, and I've already done one kind of upside down, but that's okay. We'll see. We will see. So how I'm gluing them is this. I'm using my cheap glue stick, and I'm using art glitter glue, and this is kind of shiny. I don't know for sure if it's going to hold as well as I want around the edges. I've went back and forth about sewing them. I don't think I want to sew them. I don't want to invest that much energy into these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue them like I'm doing. And I'm just going around the whole thing like so. If I find that the edges are not holding as well, like if they're starting to like peel a little bit, I'll go in with a little bit of Fabri-Tac, because that, you know, or that, or this one right here, the Ultimate Glue, and I can get this in there with like a little paintbrush and just kind of squeeze the edges. I've also thought about jazzing up the edges with washi tape, so I can always do that with using the that Ultimate Glue, you know? So things I could do. So I'm just gonna get the glue, stick all over this guy. And there's two reasons why I'm doing this. One, I want the whole thing to be adhered down, hopefully, but the glue stick gives me a little bit of play with the art glitter glue, which you don't have play with art glitter. There's no play with art glitter glue. It's like you put it down and and there it stays. So I'm just going around my little circles here. And then I'm just gonna go around the edge, like so. I'm gonna kind of get a little bit more in there. And maybe I'm over gluing or maybe I'm under gluing. I really don't know. I know I'm just kind of going how I feel is my best my best way to do it, I guess. I don't know what to say. Anyhow, so it's so cool. You guys are, some of you are doing this along with me. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to hear what you come up with, and how you do yours, and if you're doing it the same way or if you've found some other things, because I'm just winging it as usual, and I've already put my little circles here so I knew which way to put my thingy. But it'd be interesting to know how everybody else does their organization too. So, you know, or if you're even organizing it, are you just gonna like just fill it and just be like, yeah, I like to open up a lot of books. I know people who are like that. They just like to open up all their books. So, which I do. I guess I like to do that when I have time to just, you know, look at them. But if I have a thought, like if I want to do something, I'm easily sidetracked, I guess. So if I have my desk kind of prepped, you know, for like a specific thing, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna grab my idea book, and I think I'm gonna look for some of those. I wanted to do a specific kind of pocket or some type of pocket, but I wanted to see what I have available. What can I just easily get to? And then I'm flipping through the book, and then I'm seeing all these different things or tags or something completely different, and maybe even something that'll look good in a different book that I'm not working on at the moment. Then bam, there it goes, and there I go, and everything else, then everything on my desk goes into a pile, and then more stuff comes over, and then I cry. No, I'm just kidding. I don't cry. I don't cry. I just tell my desk, whatever. You won this battle, but I will be back tomorrow. So, and I gotta make sure I'm not gluing the wrong side while I'm chit-chatting. So, anyhow, let's see. So how are you doing today? What have you been up to? You been crafting a lot or just hanging out? I know when I was always away at work and I had downtime at work, you know, we were allowed to like do some crafting at the place that I worked. Not that horrible work from home job that I had. It's not a horrible job. It's actually a really good job. It just was not for me. I was not in my life, in a place in my life where that was going to be an acceptable 45 to 50 hours, 55 hours a week job. No, I was not down for that. Neither was my brain. So anyhow, the job before that though, when I worked with my friend Jamie, when we had downtime, we were able to, you know, watch our shows, YouTube, and craft and things like that. And there were down times, there were down seasons, but then there was like so busy seasons too, where you barely had time. Gosh, I remember just being, oh my gosh, I didn't go pee all day. I forgot. Just kidding. But anyways, all that to say, when I was working and I would get to watch videos, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to do this. Oh, I want to do that. I want to do this. And then I would never get them done because by the time I got home, I was so tired. And I'm not a cook, so my husband would always cook. But he was tired too, so he's a really good cook, but you know, as time went on and it was just me and him, and he's working really hard too. But, so I just go around the edges like that, and you'll see how this gives me a little bit of play. So I'd get off work at 4 and I'd get home by like 4:15, 4:20, and he'd have dinner ready. I was like, oh my gosh, it's way too early to eat. Let's see. And once I have dinner, I'm done. That's what I was saying. So see how there's like a little bit of play. I'm wiggling it around on purpose, but I don't want to do it too much because I don't want to lose my little window. But it gives me that little window just to make sure that my edges are up. So isn't that kind of cool? It's kind of cool. I don't know if it's because it's the glossy page with the glue, but it definitely gives me a little bit of wiggle room. And it's always good to be able to wiggle a little bit when you, well, at least for me, I really do like it. I love that the art glitter glue grabs really fast and everything, but it'd just be so nice to have just a tiny bit of wiggle room, just a itty bitty. Maybe I should try it on regular paper and see if that helps. That's gonna take a long time. Stick glue, I guess not. It takes more time to redo it. Okay, and then I just want to give it a good smush down, but with my card just, I mean, I have so many of these that I can redo. I just don't have so much of this paper. I wish I could just order this paper. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in and when I cut these out, and I'll punch the holes because I can see the hole punch right here, so that'll make it nice and easy. And then I'll put those the reinforcers on both sides like that. Okay, and I have one more of those to do. There's my holes. There's my little sheets right here. And then I'll get the other ones cut out and we'll get some put on there. But yeah, my gosh, I was dreaming about this. I'm so excited about putting this together. I was dreaming about this project, and I had to make myself go back to sleep a couple of times and stay in bed. I'm like, this is so funny because it's not even like I'm not really creating anything, but it's just putting something together. I guess there's excitement in that too. So, at least for me. So lots of my glue stick, and now, whoops, and now the art glitter. My husband was helping me with something on my with YouTube, anyways, and he was reading my intro or my description thing, and I put it under my videos, and he was like, "Why do you tell people what you like?" Because you know, for like if you wanted to send happy mail or anything like that, which I love letters and cards. I love things that are handmade and stuff like that. But he goes, "Why did you put that on there?" He said he thought it was like kind of rude, I guess. And I told him, I was like, well, I don't mean it to be rude. I said, I've been watching like YouTube for so many years now, and I watch and people, and they send all kinds of wonderful things, but there's so many things that I wouldn't even know what to do with and things like that. And I've seen other people where they've put it down or said not accepting anything at all. And I know for me, I wanted to send stuff, and but I wanted to make sure it was something they wanted. And I love that like how Victoria, that gift that you sent me was so cool. I've already had some fun playing with it, and I love that, you know, that you put that note in there. You know, feel free to, if it's not something that I can figure out, or not, that's not what you said. You said if it wasn't something I was going to use or could use or whatever, how to use for, to go, feel free to pass it on. And that was nice. And I will pass things on, even things that I bought myself that I thought I just would absolutely love. So I told Michael, that's why I did that. I go, but dang it, I should have put cookies on there too. I love cookies. And then he goes, oh my gosh, he goes, if people started sending you cookies, we would be so fat. And I'm like looking at it like, oh, you think I'm gonna share my cookies with you? Oh, so anyways, I'm not putting cookies on there, but that was funny. I just thought it was, I thought I would share because I thought it was funny. I know, ouch. I know a couple of my friends who know me were probably like, whatever, Sandra, you know you want those cookies. It's so bad. I'm so bad that I have no self-control, and I have lost a lot of weight, and it took me, I did it very slow. I didn't use dieting or, well, not technically, not really dieting or any kind of plan or anything like that, because I don't want to change. I mean, like, I would love to say, yes, I want to change my whatever forever, but I know I'm not going to do it. I just know it. And it takes drastic things for me to make big changes like that, and I know that, but I do know, so oh my gosh, I'm getting so mixed up in everything I'm saying. Anyhow, I like sweets. I really do. And I like the stuff that we're not supposed to like. I like the bad stuff. And so I try to maintain what I eat, what I have of it, and how much and when. So, because I have no self-control. So if we buy, so for instance, this is going to, some people are going to gasp, and some people are going to be like, I hear you, sister. You are singing to the choir. But so, like, for instance, we go out and we buy a bag of Oreos, which I know that's a lot of cookies, right? One just regular size, regular sack or bag or whatever the container that it comes in, just say it's Oreos. We're just going to use Oreos for the thing. Well, we eat it all. And I tell my husband, I'm like, grab everything you want out of that, because anything that's left will be gone. And he goes, why do you do that? He goes, you get sick. And I go, like, not like sick, but like I get a stomach ache. I feel good. I go, I don't know why I do that. I punish myself, but I just only get what I'm gonna eat, and then I don't buy any more. And if people come over, like, and for like a barbecue, and they bring like cookies or cakes or anything like that, I'm like, you have to take the rest home, because I literally have to throw it in the trash, because I'll eat it. I'll eat it till I'm sick, because I'm like that wild animal, you know. Like my dog, she knows that the pork makes her sick, but if she gets a hold of it, she's gonna eat it. Doggone her. So I have to be careful with her with that. So, anyways, I don't even know why I was telling you that insane story, but so, because it took me so long to lose weight. Oh, you'll see. Oh, and you'll see, because I found those photos. Oh my gosh, they're crazy. I forgot how crazy I was on my Halloween pictures, but I found a couple of photos. I found one of me in my costume, and it's the best picture I have. It's not the greatest picture, but you can kind of see how my outfit, my Jill in the Box outfit, and it's how there's movement with it, so I can still sit down. I can lift it up and sit down, and I mean, not like I'm dressed underneath it. Anyhow, but I forgot how wild I got going on my costume, and I used to also be I wanted to do like full effect, so I have like crazy contacts in my eyes and things like that. So be prepared. I am going to put that on the community page, so I hope that's okay with everybody. I know not everybody's into Halloween. I love Halloween. I just think it's so fun and kooky and fun. It's just fun. It's just fun to make believe. Like, I'm not going out and doing anything like bad. So, but anyhow, there we go. So I'm gonna get those posted pretty soon for you. Okay, so let's now see where we're at. Got those done. Just get my hands rinsed off with my wash rag there. Best thing ever. So let me see. Cutting. my gosh, I'm cutting into my card, but that's okay. My eyes still like to play funny things with me when the lights are hitting them. So there we go. Get that one off of there. Let's just get at least one of these done. And I thought about using my paper cutter, but I don't know that I would have much more success with that. All right, and those just, you know, as best I can. I'm not, I mean, I want it to look nice. I mean, it's my idea book, but I want it to look nice. I mean, at some point it could become just a journal, right? Just a regular journal. Or it's sectioned off, but since we can take them out, we can put them where we want. So see, isn't that cool? So cool. Okay, let me get this one. And then I just want to put a couple of them in there. Let's see what I like. And then I'll have to find another scrapbooking page that I like. I wish I could just buy this color, this one right here, without buying the whole pack. And that's okay. I mean, like, I got plenty of paper to choose from. Sure, I have something else I'll love just as much. So there we go. And then this can be saved over here for a moment. And then, okay, well, it probably would have been good to have my hole punch out before I did this, because I have no idea where it's at. Let's see, or do I? I have that one, and I have this one handy. They're two different sizes. I think this is the one that I need. I'm always afraid I'm going to get that in the wrong spot. There we go. And let's see, this one. I guess I should probably, I was putting this under in the playlist. I gotta redo my playlist. I don't know. I've got that's all kind of crazy, but I need to slim it down, but figure it out how to get things more organized in there. But I'm thinking maybe I should put this under I think this would fall kind of under tutorial and journal crafting, maybe. I don't know. See, this is the one I did upside down. But, you know, it's okay. I mean, it's fine. I like that way better, obviously. And I know butterflies go all which ways, but the flowers are upside down too. That's what I was like, dang it. So let's see. So I took all my green papers and I put them in the front here. And then I took all my pockets out. So this is kind of, oh, there's the ones I pulled to do this with. I forget sometimes. So here are the ones that we've already done. What's going on here, Sandra? Prepped up. And I may even change how I'm doing this later on. I don't know, but I'm good with it so far, like this. So then this would be like the front, right? And it's all wavy right now because of all that glue. But I think that after I press them down under some heavy books, after the gluing part, I think they'll straighten out. And if not, I can iron this, you know, I can just put something over it. I have a blank slate here on this side that I have no idea what if anything will go there at the moment, but that's fine like that. And then I was thinking, like, if I did those tabs, let me see really quick. So if we did the tabs, kind of like how I was saying, how I was talking about, let's put these back in here out of my way. Those can go there, that can go here. And we have, and I also need to put these things on there, don't I? So I love polka dots and I love this color. I think that would be fine to work with. And you know what, it has the baby stuff on the back, so I'm never gonna use that because I don't I just don't do baby showers. I mean, I'll go to them, but I don't decorate or anything like that for it. So, but I really like this pink. I like pink. I want to use colors that are just that just make my eyes smile when I see it. And then that smile goes down to my heart, and then I just feel like good everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, I just really want to play with that stuff. Probably sound like a lunatic, but that's okay. I don't mind being a little loony. So I was thinking, let's do one like this, or two. It's gonna be a lot of, like if I do this, because the paper's thinner, it's gonna be a lot of gluing. But what I was thinking is like I would put one on this side and then one on that side. Can you see? Am I in the camera? I do not know. See, like that and like that. And then if I wanted to be a little bit more different, I could either take this one and put it on there for, I guess, let me just try it. I've got nothing to lose here, only to gain. And even if I don't like this little circle could be used someplace else. That kind of takes away all the pink though, doesn't it? Yeah, that's too much yellow. Jeez. Okay, I love yellow, but so this, I want it to come out like, I don't want it to be out that far. I just want it to be out a little bit so that I know that it's a sectioned page, and then I can just move these tabs wherever I want them. Oh my gosh, maybe I should do a paper clip with them instead of sticking it together. Oh, that is such a great idea. And then I can move my, so that way if I ever move my pages, I can move my tabs also. Who has had tabs and then you're just like, dang it, I moved all that around and now my tabs are stuck in that one spot and I really wish that it was someplace else. Well, we don't have to worry anymore. We can just do these tabs as paper clips. And I would glue this down, and then I could just take my other half, which is gone, there it is. I'd use a bigger paper clip, obviously. How can I grab these little ones? Why? Oh, and there's a bobby pin. That's where that went. All right, so get rid of that little one. Stick it over there. So I would just glue this down like so, right? And I actually have my little cardboard. I like to use cardstock sometimes to make them a little bit heavier when I do the paper clips. So here's a strip that I was practice stamping on that I didn't use. So let's do that. Let's just get some of this here. And then thanks for hanging out with me with this. This is kind of my process on how I work. So I know I need this to go that way. Oh my gosh, how could I forget how to do a paper clip all of a sudden? All of a sudden, I have just forgotten. I want it like that. But I want stability, and I want that to go in that way. So I would just do that. And so I'm gonna see the paper clip on that side. If I don't want to see the paper clip on that side, I would just make it bulkier, and I can just put this on the outside, or I could just leave that. But I feel like when I do that, I tear them up sometimes. This way, I always know it's a paper clip because of the other side. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, thank you for helping me talk that through. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna use this glue right here. Whoops, because it is handy dandy. And I'm just gonna put that on like that. There I have stability on there, on that side. And then I want some on this one as well. Now once I glue this down, I won't be able to let myself get sidetracked with that eyelet thing that I was talking about. But it would be a cute idea to do for journals. Idea, you know, to go in the idea book. Okay, let's see. So I have my two little pieces that are nice and little stiffies. I like those. And this isn't gonna stick to my paper clip, I know that. Fabri-Tac will. Fabri-Tac will. So, let's see. I know I'm gonna stick it, which way do I want? I want it to be like, so this one's gonna go on this side right here. No, backwards. I'm gonna go, wait a minute, what am I doing? Okay, I did the exact same thing. Okay, we're gonna go that way, and we're gonna take, this one's gonna go there. Yes, and if you wanted the longer one to be up there, then, and you didn't want it to show, I guess, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but let's see. What am I doing? Did I forget how to do this? Yes. So I want that to be that way, but I want that to be in, yes. Oh my gosh. Somebody help me. That's the paperclip part. Good night. Welcome back, everybody. Okay. Am I doing this right? I think so. We'll see. We'll see in a minute. There's probably like lots of ways to do this, right? Somebody say yes. Maybe this can't be a tutorial. There we go. I have a video on this. I probably should have went and watched it first. There we go. Okay. So I can already tell you one thing I did that I'm not gonna like is that I made it too, like I would prefer this to be this way a little bit more. So maybe I would use that 2-inch the 2-inch one. See, so it's not going to be much of a tab, is it? If it goes all the way on. Do you know what I mean? So let me grab the 2-inch one. We cannot stop now. We must make one that works. I got to know, because this is something I can do in front of the TV also. This one that I don't like. Ugh. I don't like it. It makes me growl. Okay, let's see. We'll do this one too. Oh, that's loud. Do I need to? So, and I don't mind the orange either. I like the color orange as well. So, see how that would be a lot bigger, wouldn't it? But I don't even know. Is this big enough to do the 2 inches? I think so. Just barely. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I didn't cut that one too bad. Maybe I just haven't used it enough. Maybe that's why. Maybe the more I use it, the better I'll get at punching that circle out without so much left over around the edges. I don't know. So let's try it again and see. We shall see. I mean, that paper clip's still cute. I'll use it for something. Oops. Oopsie doozy. I didn't get any more pages prepped since the last video because, or since last night. I don't know when this video is going to post, actually. I might have had some done by then, but we went out to dinner and then it was like nothing's getting done after that. Okay, cap. Let's cap you. And let's grab another paper clip from the paper clips that I moved. Here we go. Let's see. And then I think what I'm going to do is, so that would be like that, right? And then this would be up here. I didn't do that very good either, did I? So I want this to be way up here. Any ideas, anybody? I guess that would have just been that way then, right? But I have to have something in between it. I don't know. I guess I can still do it that way. It doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. Whoops, wrong way though. Okay. It really doesn't bother me. So I'm saying I don't think it bothers me. I'm not committed. I don't know what I'm not liking about this, but I want this to stick out. But I think the paperclip idea is a good idea. I think I needed it to be on that side too. I think that's what I'm not liking. Yeah, even though you see that a little bit, because you don't have to. That just needs to stick out a tiny bit, right? It just needs to stick out a tiny bit. And the backs are white. Yeah, I like that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one to be in the front, like that, or the back, or the front, yes. And then that's going to go like that. Okay. Stop talking about it and get it done. So I want the paper clip to be glued, for sure. And then I want this to go on. There. Yeah. I think it'll work. Well, I am joining two videos together. You may notice that. So what happened is after I turned off the camera, I realized that the one that I made through my struggle, this was so large, and I thought this isn't really what I wanted to create. I wanted to create this, so it was a little bit smaller. And I made one. I'm gonna make another one really quick. Hopefully, I think really quick. But you can see when you stick it on there, see they both stick out, and that's what I was after. That it would stick out, but just be, you know, that size, and then they could be movable. I did go ahead and also add some jump rings onto this little one that the first one that I did, and I forgot that I wanted it to stick out, so I made it so that it doesn't. It still works. It has. I took my the smallest. This is 1 1/8 inch. Scalloped edge, just for a decorative look. So that's the smallest one I have. I punched that out on 2 different colors of cardstock just to give it some more heaviness to it. Put a little eyelet in there, and I used the jump rings, and that works. So, I mean, I may turn to these little tabs even on these ones. I don't know. It's going to be a work in progress. But once this is full, you know, these pages are going to be up here. So these little tabs won't really be too encumbersome, I don't think. I mean, we work with them in our regular journals, and I think they're fine. So, and that'll give me, not only will it give me my hidden tab, my paperclip thing, but I mean, it basically works as the same thing. And then they would just lay throughout. And the same concept is I can take them and I can move them. Or if I did belly bands in a different journal, or I'm going to have 3 different journals. They're going to be sectioned off depending on what's in there. I can take them and move them. Anyways, so let's make, so all I did with this is I put jump rings on the end of the paper clip, 2 of them, well, 1 of them there. I put a brad in there, or eyelet, sorry, and then I took another jump ring and I stuck it in there, and then I just attached them. That's all I did to this one. And this one right here, that was supposed to be so easy to make, but for whatever reason was so incredibly difficult. All I did was this. So same thing, I took my cardstock, just to thicken up my my scrapbooking paper because it's thin, and I just put a piece on there, and that's going to be the first circle that goes on to the paper clip. That one is going to be my base to put the big one on. So I'm going to put that on there, but except I'm going to go that way because I want my big side this way. See? There we go. So that's what I do there. I'm gonna set that aside for just a moment. And then I have this piece of the scrapbooking paper. I've already put a cardstock on there, a piece of the cardstock, scrap cardstock to thicken it up. But I want the design on both sides. That's what I was after. And so I want to stick another circle on there from the scrapbooking paper. Just give that a good little seal around here. It's like super messy. I am not being very good with that. So see, I wanted the design on both sides, where this one, this big double one, you can see the Y on that side, which, I mean, it's personal preference, right? It's bigger, and it also shows the Y. I didn't cover it because it was using so much more material, and I didn't want to do that. So now I have that, and I have this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this piece right here. Let me put this cap on really quick. I have a bad habit of that. Bad habit, but that's all right. Got it figured out. Here we go. So I'm going to glue this paper clip down, and nice and good. And then if I, yes, never mind. Stop talking. Just get that nice and glued down. And then I just decide what side I want to be on which one, which, I mean, does it really matter? I don't know. But I'm going to take most of this white and put it at the bottom. And I'm just going to kind of cover that up, just like that. That's it. See? And then I have both sides are covered, and I like that. You don't have to do this other part right here. I mean, it's really a personal preference. And then basically what you want to do is just make sure that your piece that's going to be sticking out is as far as you want it in your book, you know. I have to be careful because it's fabric tack and it's not dry, so I'll scooch this thing in. Meaning that, like, when my book is closed, how far do I want that tab out? Because I can move this way a little bit more if I want to, or that way. And I think I'm okay with this. I don't think mine, I'm not very good at, like, making sure everything is exactly the same. So my tabs are probably going to all stick out a little bit different from each other, and it doesn't bother me. I can't let it bother me because that's just, I'm never going to get them, like, identical, so I have to not let it bother me. So it doesn't. So now I have this one, and I could put that one there, and then we can just take that one off, and I can stick that one there, or up even a little bit more. And we'll just put this one on for fun, and because it's made, why not? Why not? And then the one on the top. So there we go. And now, when you see it, we have our little tabs. And if I wanted to do these little things, I can put these on here for the little bookmarks if I want, or I could do something different. And maybe somebody else has a good idea for that. I don't know, but that's where I'm at. So I just wanted to get back on here and show you that this is what I was trying to make that I struggled with. So I hope you like it, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, friends.